Alright guys, back for another video. I told you get one in the middle of the week. Pretty sure this still qualifies as the middle of the week. What are we on today? Alright, this one's gonna be about, we got a couple of things. We got one, hold on, make sure we're in the square center of this bad boy. Alright, I think that'll have to do. Alright, what we're gonna be talking about today is we're gonna talk about Yeezy, Kanye coin, Vine coin, Elon, and a third coin, BWT. We're also going to talk about XRP. We're also going to talk about probably just go over the overall sentiment in the market. I'm not sure what the time it is of recording this, but it is the 10th of August, I believe. Okay. So main thing, first things first. Okay, with that Kanye coin, the Yeezy coin, or the Yeezy token, my bad. So he did launch his site, right? So the site, I'm not gonna say the exact like when's the last time it was operational. I'm just gonna say the last time since I've been tracking all these coins. So basically probably like 8 to 9 months, maybe 10 months or more. I want to say 8 to 9 months. Okay, site has been down for reasons we talked about before. Okay, so that site is back up and running, and there's a couple of key things to take away from it. The first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that, one, if you're ordering something from it, I'm hearing that people are having a lot of problems when it comes to payment. Like either the payment's not going through or just like that, and then shipping. Okay, but the main thing is you got some people that say that they can process the payments, that they can get their stuff to go, but I've seen a lot of people that say that they can't get the payments to go through. Okay, so another thing that we're going to talk about is when you do these websites, or any website really that's online, you have something that you can look at, and it's called the source code for that website. Okay, so anything that's integrated into that site, or anything that's been worked on onto that site, whether you see it or you don't see it, so 9 times out of 10 is going to be in that source code. So again, you got to bear with me on this, because I'm not I'm a regular nerd, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm nerdy enough to still be qualified as cool, but just not like on the far edge of it. So I really don't know much about it. Like I know how to check the source code, okay, technically, okay, but going into the details and knowing exactly what it is I'm looking at just right off the bat without having to like chat GPT something or look something up for myself, no. Okay, not even close. So with this, so in the source code, people are talking about how they can see that one thing is for sure. They can see that cryptocurrencies, among other options, is payment. So if you go in there right now, you order something, your payment, you can only pay with like credit card right now. That's the only option. Last time I checked was, I think, yesterday. Like, it wasn't even at the beginning of the day. No, it was yesterday, last night. Was it? I don't know. Either yesterday or the day before that. It was in the middle of the night. It was like 2 a.m. But all I could see was enter credit card information here. But when I clicked the payment sector, that was the only one that it had on there. Apparently, they have stuff set up to where you could do like Apple Pay. I don't know if Venmo was on there, but there was multiple ways of payment, including cryptocurrency. Now, I believe the way that they had was just like the USDC transaction at that time. But the main thing here is, okay, crypto payments, whether it's popping up as an option now or not, still nonetheless worked on in that website, which was, again, what we were speculating on in the first place. Okay, so take that as a grain of salt, or take that with a grain of salt, however you want to take it. Something that people are running with, this is number 2. They're saying that you can see a wallet ID on there, right? And when they check up this wallet ID and they see his transactions, they can see that it was funded by another wallet. And inside this other wallet, there's a coin, and it's Yeezy coin. There's a lot of coins that it has on there. Now, this Yeezy coin, it doesn't even say Yeezy coin. It just says Yeezy, okay? And it's not, nobody knows what it is, okay? You got one community that's running with it, okay? So it's that YZY, the first coin, the first one that came out. They're the ones that are running with it. Fair enough. Now, if you look, most of any coin that has anything to do with Kanye, and I just remember, I wonder if I got time for this. I just remember I deleted some videos, and I don't know if I fully deleted them, so I don't know if so it's fantastic. Anyway, if you look, the the YZY community that's run. Well, no. If you look, all the tokens associated with Kanye, really, the ones that people thought that it was, they're all running. Okay, for the most part. Okay, including the YZY token, right? So I told you at the beginning, there's 3 coins that you want to buy of his. Again, this is not financial advice. There's 3 coins that I bought of his. This video is just a documentary of my trading journey. This is not an indication for you to buy or sell anything. Like I said, it's just me keeping track of what I'm doing and what I've been doing. Now, with that being said, the 3 tokens were one CA that starts with the 4NBT, the Yeezy token, and then the one Yeezy token the one Yeezy coin that cannot be named on here, okay, due to what it is, right? So, you got they're running. Now, when I say running, it's like 30-40%. And I get it. Some people are like 30-40%. That's a lot. Yeah. For meme coins and for what this is and who it's associated with, that's not running. Okay. Running would be like an indication of, oh, maybe it's this coin. It's like a couple 100%. Keep that in mind for what I'm going to talk to you about later on. Okay. Because, so now going forward, now what I feel like is going to happen, because that's what I've been doing with a lot of this, is just my intuition. All right. And what I feel is that, like I said before, one of these tokens is going to run at one point. Okay. Maybe that wallet, people are going to watch that wallet that's associated with that account. At least I am. I know I am. Okay. And what you're going to watch for, what I think is going to happen is you're going to get it's going to buy a certain one of these Kanye coins that dealing with one of these communities, and they're going to take it as, oh, and it's going to run a little bit. Okay. And then what I ultimately think will happen is Ye himself will come out and be like, hey, this coin right here is my coin. And then that's how that goes. Okay. All this goes by, all the thing that matters is what he says, not what this address says, not what this thing says. You can take those as clues, but ultimately, the only thing that's really going to run is whichever one he says, okay, this is mine. This is what we're going to use. You know what I'm saying? That's my coin. Go get it. That's how you know that. Okay. I'm moving on. Are we moving on? Are we done with that? For the most part, yeah. Moving on. Next one, your Vine. Okay, so again, Vine, no real news about it. Just, again, if you go look, and again, for all these, get on crypto Twitter, right? It's just regular Twitter. People just say crypto Twitter because if you're looking up crypto stuff, you're on crypto Twitter, okay? So there's communities that you can go to go see. If you type in Vine Tribe, that is a community. I'm not saying be affiliated with it. I'm just telling you, like, if you want to know news about that particular thing, they're going to post it, okay? So if you're just like, I don't know where to look, that's a good basis for where to start. And I will always say, whatever you see on there, you know, go verify it for yourself. Go look for yourself. Just like I looked at that token address. They tried to say that, oh, you can see the Yeezy coin in the script. No, you can't. You can't see the Yeezy coin in the script, but you can see enabled payments, okay? Crypto payments. But that being said, the Vine token, I still think, again, credibility. Think that it's going to be integrated into X. And why do I care about that? The only real reason I care about that is because anything that gets integrated into X deals with Elon crypto coin, okay? Told you about those 3 people. Told you about Trump. Told you about Elon. Told you about Ye. Any coin comes out with association with those 3 people, that thing's going to run. Okay, from my own personal theory of these guys, for the way that the world works, like, they just strike emotion. And it doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. They just get emotion. And they get a lot of it from the world. And I believe that the more emotion that you can get out of the world, the more that the universe or the world will, I guess, respect what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's just, again, that's a theory. It's not what I believe. I don't really believe much of anything. I try to be as less opinionated as possible for reasons we're not going to go into. But either way, just watch for those 3 people. Now, keep in mind, I talked about before in these videos. You can go back and look. It's really been 4 coins that we talked about. The Yeezys, the Vine, BWT, and XRP. Okay? BWT, Barron William Trump. What we're going to get into on that one. This coin, okay, been doing nothing for a long time. Came all the way down. All of a sudden, this past week, month, really this week, it's up 200 something percent. Now that's what I told you to watch for. When it's up 100% in that world, now that's something to look at, okay? Now the reason why it's up, there's been there's what I can gather, the couple of accounts, just like with the one account, okay? These wallets, when they do transactions, you can do this. You can go on this website called SoulScan, and on SoulScan, you can go into detail of what these coins, like what they bought, which ones funded them, what they hold. Okay, all that stuff. Transparency. Again, that's why blockchain technology. That's why it's something that I invested into. Is because it's premier technology. There's nothing like that. That's out right now. Okay, it's fair game. Now, in this thing, okay, these wallets that bought this coin, that made it run up, one of them bought 10 million, one of them bought 12 million, not dollars, of the token. I think it's about 10, 12 grand probably altogether. Now you have other people buying too, but the funny thing is about these coins, they're big holders of the Trump coin. Okay, so a lot of people are speculating the same insiders that bought into the Trump coin are buying into this coin just for no reason. Okay, now one of the accounts, one of them hold, and I don't even know if I really want. This is, again, I haven't verified this. This is just a rumor flying around. One of the wallets that bought it holds a big position in Moonding, and again, it's been confirmed that Barron Trump himself is a big coiner. Matter of fact, I can tell you for sure that his father, everything that he knows when he first got into it has to do with mainly his son and then his other son. I don't know if his other son really knew about it or if he just chose to take advantage of the direction that they were going to go in. Don't know. Just telling you what I know, what I see. Okay. So people are speculating that that's Barron Trump in there himself going in and buying his coin up and basically saying that he's getting ready to launch that coin. Safe to say. Now, this is why I believe that he's one of those people. For one, this is just a me thing. Okay, I got a feeling about this guy. I always did. One, he's very smart. Okay, he's quiet, but he's that type of person to where he sees there's a formula. Okay, so these three people, yes, they get the emotion out of the, yeah, okay, but they really have a cult-like following. Okay, and we talked about that. You get a cult-like following, and you can pretty much do almost anything, right? Now he saw kind of like the formula for how to do that. And one of those ways to get this cult-like following is to get a whole bunch of people, like, at the base, make them a whole bunch of money. Okay, you make people a whole bunch of money, and they're just there. Not only that, but they tell other people, they watch, and then they just want to be a part of what you got going on. On top of the fact of he's just got that, I don't know, man. Like every time I see him, he's just like it's like an ominous type of. It's a weird feeling. Okay. Anyway, I do know for a fact that he wants to do real estate like his father, but only difference is he wants to do luxury real estate. Now, how might he fund this? You might ask. I don't know, but some people would say, "Oh, his dad's rich; he'll just get money from him." Fair enough. I'll say I got a feeling that I think he's gonna get his own bag. Okay, and I think this is gonna be the way he's gonna get his own bag. I don't know if he's gonna use that coin to, integrate into whatever his business he wants to do, or tell people that the only way that you can buy this is with it. I don't know that. The only thing I know is I feel like he's going to use that coin to fund whatever it is that he really wants to do. On top of really the main thing, cult-like following. Okay. And he did just finish his first year of business school, so I'm just throwing that out there. Okay, the kid he's I got a feeling he's gonna make a move, right? So that's it for BWT. And again, and the CA for that one, because there's a couple, I guess. I think it starts with an E, right? But you get on there, BWT. It's got a community too. It's got 22 people. The Twitter account that's associated with that they say is the dev account, basically Barron's, one of his pseudo accounts or whatever. I think it's like at meme Baron or at Baron meme. It's one of those two. Sorry, I just get a message. Moving on. XRP, you got big news. Court case is finally done. So what I told you is that coin, what you want to watch for is when that stuff settles up. Mainly, you need the injunction to settle up. From what I've seen, I believe the injunction is done, but if not, I'll give you an update if I don't know. What I'm saying, if I figure it out, if I don't figure it out. When that stuff is done, like I said, this company has moved like a company, like a legitimate company, meaning they only do things when they are like they have their ducks in a row, when they're dress right dress, okay? And right now they're looking dress right dress, okay? This is about the time when you start seeing all those NDAs that they got, all these partnerships. Like I told you, you're just gonna get this stuff just flooded at you, okay? It's just gonna come out of nowhere. You're just gonna be like, what's going on? Yeah, so I expect that out of that company, out of XRP. It's looking good. They just had an escrow come out, by the way, and we talked about this before. What are they gonna do with all these coins? I said, man, they could probably use it for strategic partnerships. They can use it for business acquisitions, all kinds of stuff, right? Um, the escrow came out. Just know the escrow came out. It was about $3.2 billion in total that the escrow came out to that they have or they're gonna do with. I don't know. I'm just letting you know what I saw. Just saw a big holding come out. I really don't care about that. Like I told you, with all this stuff, I see it at a different level already. But I'm telling you the steps and the reasonings to why I'm here or why I would get in more or this and that. Speaking of which, of getting in more, like again, not telling you what to do, but this is what I would do. Okay, BWT if you want that. Half of whatever it is that you're trying to go get, I'd get now. Okay, then I'd wait just in case it dips. Probably might dip. Okay, boom, get in there with that, or just keep seeding it as it goes. That's what you do. You got XRP. Now your overall market sentiment. This is what I'll tell you. Out of all the earnings for the S&P 500, those companies that came out, either S&P 500 or the Nasdaq, 85 to 86% of those, the earnings beat expectations. Okay, so when I tell you that stuff is looking like it's gonna run, you're looking like you're about to get your runs. You're about to get your runs. That little lull period that came where it's like nothing's going on, you don't really hear that news. You got all that news just flooding at you, right? It was just flooding you. All different types of bullish news, laws passed, this and that, and then nothing. That lull period, they call it whale games. Okay, what it means is, a couple of things. What you could probably get from it is people are probably positioning into certain areas before stuff starts to kick off again. Okay, that's up here. Okay, I'm just telling you based off my intuition of what I think is going on. But the overall sentiment on that market is bullish. Know that for sure. Again, Coca-Cola, Wolf, Levi, Ford, or my stocks I like over there. With a couple of the extra ones we're not going to get into. But I just had to give you the main breakdown of those things that you're missing. This is the middle of the week video. I'll still give you another one in a couple of days. Matter of fact, I think it is deserving. Because just like this last one, I told you I felt like there was going to be something that we're going to be talking about. That BWT shocked me, man. Like, I still held it. But, you know what I'm saying? Waiting. I don't know when these guys are going to do what they're going to do. And I don't really care when it comes. Like, I'm already... Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to be, you got to be that person first, man. Okay? So that's for me, personally, that's what's worked for me. Is internally getting there and then not worrying about anything on the outside. Like, I don't need anything. I don't want anything. Okay? I'm just chilling in peace. All right? So, you got your update. I'm out of here. Deuces.